One. Hey there, besties, and welcome to another episode of 25 Days of Tier Lists with me in
Yes.
Japan. Say hello,
Hello,
Japan.
Japan.
Okay, that's not what you were supposed
You
to
literally
do.
just said hello, Japan. I said exactly what you said. It's not my fault.
Japan, say hello.
Japan, say hello.
No, you're not
What?
supposed to copy me. You know that. You're just being a butthole.
I'm perfectly fine.
Anyway, fuck you. Today we are doing a tier list on Disney movies. So there are quite a few that neither of us have watched, so we just put them in a big bundle at the top just so that we can kind of like phase by those and not have to worry about them.
A huge bundle.
And then obviously the ones we have watched. So Japan, do you want to start it off with whatever you have first? He's watched some that I haven't.
I have
and I've probably watched
Snow
some he
White,
hasn't.
which
Okay.
we were talking last time. We were talking about it that you weren't allowed to see because your mom hates dwarves. So
No, that's not. Dude, we're basically dwarves ourselves. Not me. I'm super tall, but my family's short.
Sure.
I
hobbit hole that's
I
like
don't know.
5 foot
I wasn't allowed
ceilings
to
that they
watch
could
it.
just walk casually through. Have fans too. They don't even have to worry about the fans going on.
We didn't even have fans.
Well, I'm sorry.
We were poor. We didn't have
Snow White
ceiling
was
fans.
average, I think. And
Okay.
then
Yeah,
I had
that's
Lion
valid.
King 2, Simba's Pride. I'm pretty sure it's
I
what
never
it's
got
called.
to see that.
It was okay. I don't think it was really anything too crazy. Like,
Back when they made sequels to every fucking thing to make as much
can't
money
even remember
as they could.
Simba's kid's name is. Simba Jr. probably. I don't know, but I'll put it in bad. I don't think it was that great.
Maybe he named it after his dad. That would seem like
Mufasa.
something they do.
The Little
I don't know.
Mermaid 2. I think that one was okay. It followed, I think, Ariel's daughter.
Child.
Yeah. And then I had Jungle Book 2 also, which was... I don't even know the premise of it, but there was 2 of them now. 2 humans. I thought it was pretty bad.
Okay, I haven't. See, I just never. I'm glad I didn't watch those.
Yeah, I don't think they were,
you
like...
know? I didn't
any-
even know there were seconds of some of those. I'm gonna be on any of those.
Yeah, I think,
obviously.
like,
well,
a
The Lion King and
A
later.
lot,
ones
like
were.
Aladdin, Fox and the Hat, like a lot of those random ones that didn't need a second one have second ones. Atlantis.
Or like, yeah, they're like, let's give it another.
Yeah.
And I'm
Another
like,
one.
"Why?" Another one. Okay, what do you
Cars.
have next? Okay, so I think Cars is a pretty good movie. I remember my nephew was like super obsessed with this movie. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone watch it as much as him. We're gonna go quality for
I'm
now.
put it on quality for now too. I thought it was pretty good, and yeah, it's pretty iconic. But I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'll talk myself into
I
God
mean,
tier at some point.
Ka-chow.
Ciao. I was thinking of a different iconic one from that tweet that we saw, but you know.
No. No, you gotta share
A little
now. That's
muffler
so
be
vile.
Griffin.
Somebody literally was talking about the car and saying, I bet her little muffler be Griffin. And I'm like, that is wrong. And Japan quotes it non-fucking
Exactly.
stop.
It's the best tweet I've ever seen.
In the worst settings. The worst settings. Let your imaginations run wild.
Okay, wait,
next
you gotta,
up we
that sounds way worse than you're making it sound.
have- What do you think it's making it
I
sound
mean,
like?
you said in the worst settings, so like, you could think of like funerals and other shit like that. No, I wouldn't say that there. You make it sound way
No,
more
Japan
sus.
literally looks at cars and goes, damn, I bet its little muffler be Griffin.
That's a lot better than half of the million scenarios I'm thinking, so I will take that as...
You've said it to
I
me.
said it
Okay,
to
next
you
up
all
we
the
have
time.
Home on the Range. I vaguely remember
Yes.
this, and I don't think I cared much for
I
it.
just remember
so...
hating the cows, so I'm gonna pretend
Bad.
it doesn't exist and put it on the bottom.
You're like, get fucked. Get fucked.
Just fuck.
Alright, next up I have Toy Story 2.
Yeah, I have Toy Story 2 also. I thought it was fairly decent. I definitely think...
I thought it was actually pretty good, yeah. Oops, I accidentally clicked the wrong one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it on
I
fairly
like
decent.
the addition of like Jesse and stuff, but I don't remember much about the
Yeah.
rest of the story.
That's the only problem with a lot of these movies is like I just remember liking certain ones and you know, it's not as much on the others.
Yeah. Next we have what, Onward?
Yeah, that's a newer movie and it's really good.
Yeah, I put it in God
I
tier.
think it's a really good movie. quality for me might get moved. See, like I think we were having this conversation earlier. How when we were looking at the list, we were like, this is going to be a really hard tier list to do because there are Studio Ghibli's movies in here, and those are just those are another level of artistry, and it's just not fair.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I almost feel like I just need to make like
category.
a Studio Ghibli tier at the top.
Yeah, we'll have to do one of Studio Ghibli ones, so you have to rank them lower and higher.
Yes. Next up, I have Robin Hood.
I thought it was fairly average. I don't think it was needed.
Yeah, that's valid.
It did probably spawn a generation of furries.
Yeah. Did you say already? It was like, this is my sexual awakening movie.
Between Robin and the effort. What is it? I forget the girl's name in that, but yeah.
Yep. I don't think I had any sexual awakenings in this movie. Yeah, I don't think I did.
I don't know. You always tell me to wear a bow and arrow and come into the bedroom, so I don't know.
When have I ever told you that?
Like every Tuesday night.
We're just roommates anyway. Okay, next up I have Mulan.
God tier for me. The music is elite.
Mulan, we listen to the soundtrack all the time. We literally just sing this in the car nonstop. It's a really good movie. I'm only putting it in quality because of Studio Ghibli.
No, you listen to the music. You don't watch Studio Ghibli as much as of knowing the songs and
to defeat the buns. Okay, next up I have Ralph Breaks the Internet, which is the sequel to Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph.
I thought it was average. I don't remember. I remember like having some one or two good one-liners, but I definitely don't think it was as good as the first one. It wasn't needed, to say the least.
Yeah, that's valid. That's totally valid. Okay, next up we have Aladdin, which I liked quite a bit. Fairly decent, only because I don't want to fill up my other tiers.
I put fairly decent too. I think it was fine.
I had the game for it on the Super Nintendo
and
I loved it.
Little magic carpet. Yeah, I remember that.
It was so much fun.
I think I had it for the Game Boy. It was
so much fun. I loved it. But the only issue with maybe it was the Game Boy, but I swear to God it was on the Super Nintendo.
It could have been too.
Either way. Yeah, I just don't fully remember, but it does seem like it was on the Super Nintendo.
I just remember playing it, but I didn't have a Super Nintendo.
It was really hard. I remember there's like a part that I got to and me and my brother could never pass. It was just super hard and I hated that. I feel like games used to be really hard for kid games. Like they used to be like harder, which I guess it made me good at video games, so
it works.
I'll give it that. Alright, next up is Lilo and Stitch for me.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, so Lilo and Stitch is quality for me. So good.
Yeah, but quality also.
I just think that it was good, especially for the kids who didn't feel like they belonged anywhere, that they didn't fit anywhere, and also good for kids who like lost their moms. I don't know, I just feel like there were a lot of themes that were covered in this that were good for a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a good movie. I love it. It's got my heart. The Incredibles. God tier. It is so good. And we were talking about the crushes from this movie.
Scar wanted to do
and I was talking about fuck off. How when I was a kid, like I didn't understand that I was gay yet. I like was so suppressed because of the household I grew up in, but like I was like the blonde girl was like, oh my god, she's like so pretty and like so cool, and like I loved her, and like I didn't realize I was just had a big lesbian crush on her. And Mrs. Incredible is hot, and I thought Violet was also really cool as a kid, and I was like, damn, that'd be so cool to be her. And like god tier.
Yeah,
this movie. Big Hero 6. God tier.
Yeah, I'm putting God tier too. It was really good.
Not even a question. Not even a question. It breaks your heart, then heals it with Baymax. We also still do the little handshake. La 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 la. Yeah. We love this movie a lot. What movie do you have
Chicken
next?
Little?
Chicken Little, yes. I actually liked this movie pretty good. I had the video game for it too. Everybody hated it. I'm putting it on fairly decent.
I'm putting it in bad. I hated the movie.
Everybody hated this movie, but I loved it.
Between
It was
the
really short,
animation
though.
style, the whole thing, and I don't know, Chicken Run was better.
I love Chicken Run, but we're not talking about Chicken
They're the
Run.
same type of movie, and like they came out exactly around the same amount of time.
Chicken Run came out before, or Chicken Run came out before Chicken Little. What do you have
Nightmare
next?
Before Christmas.
So this is gonna be God tier for Japan.
Exactly. It's my favorite Christmas and Halloween movie.
I'm just gonna do what I need to do
You
with
could
it.
have put it lower and break my heart because it's like I don't get it though. Like if you sing songs and do it year round, that's a movie that's more iconic than a movie that you don't quote or anything.
It's earworms. It's earworms.
Yeah, but I mean that
for
doesn't
me.
matter. That means that you're thinking about it. That's why it's a God tier movie. If you can think about the movie, or if you see it yearly, which we watch Nightmare Before Christmas at least twice a year. And when's the last time you've seen
Once a
Howl's
year,
Moving
at least.
Castle? I've ever seen it once, and we have not watched it since then. So I'm just saying.
Not because I don't want to, just because it's not easily
We
readily
own it.
available to
We
me.
own it. What are you talking about?
No, but like, when do I go and put a DVD in a fucking
That's
player?
your fault.
That's my problem. But like, that takes a lot of work for me. Like, I barely can get myself out of bed some
I
days
know, but I'm
without
just saying,
nonetheless
like,
putting
when you talk about like God tier movies, the movies that you
up
talk
over
about,
me not putting it in God tier.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just saying,
What is your
having
next
both of them
movie?
not in God tier, that's crazy.
What is your next movie?
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I'm gonna put it and pretend.
Yeah,
this
I don't
doesn't exist
feel like
because
it's a
just
movie that doesn't
truly
need to
terrible,
happen.
problematic movie. There are so many things wrong with this
Even
movie.
the songs
We just don't talk
are
about it.
terrible. Like the song
It's
about
a bad
talking about that
movie.
he's deformed. I'm just like, Jesus. Even as a kid, I didn't even like the movie. Like,
Yeah, I don't think I remember feeling weird about it as a kid. I knew something was off with that shit. And they made 2 of those fuckers. I've only seen the one.
I believe I've seen the
next
second one
up-
too, but I put it in.
Was it good?
I just
Well,
put
not
it in
probably
the top part because I'm not 100%
Didn't
sure.
see. Oh, okay, that's valid. What do you have?
Cars
next?
2.
I didn't see Cars 2.
I saw Cars 2. I didn't like Cars 2. It was really, really bad.
I think a lot of people said it didn't have like the heart of.
No,
the
and like
first
Mater
one.
was like some super spy, and I don't need any
Huh?
of that.
What?
See, Cars is like a good movie. It has a whole redemption arc. It has some funny humor in it. It shows a lot of different cars and different
Romance.
things. Yeah, it has everything it needs, and then it finishes. It doesn't need anything else after that. Like there just doesn't need to be a second movie. Like you don't open end anything. We don't need these
Yeah.
side characters. Do I give a shit about Mater? No, I don't. Like you just literally.
I mean, enough.
Not
but,
enough to have like a
enough for
whole
another
side
movie.
story. Like that was majority of the movie was about. It could die and burn in hell.
That's totally valid.
It's one of the worst
I
sequels.
really, I do want to say one thing I always loved in movies as a kid was romance. I always was like,
Little muffler be
anytime
creepy.
there were characters that could potentially be together, I would just get so excited, and I would root for that.
I do too, but
love
I always
it.
hated that like there'd be something that just because it's like a kid show, like or something they just would never explore it or never even say that it happened.
Yeah, no, I don't like that, but thankfully they end up together, right? They end up together in Cars.
I think they do, but then I don't remember her in Cars 2, so I could say no. I don't
know.
honestly remember
don't
actually. I do remember just completely being brain dead for Cars 2 because it was so god awful. That's why I say I pretend it doesn't
We
exist
pretend like
even
it
in this
doesn't
moment. I
exist.
don't remember.
Next up, what
Jungle
do you
Book.
have? This is a really good movie, in my opinion. I loved this movie so much. I'm putting it in quality.
I'll put it fairly decent.
That's valid.
There was a lot of weird
I-
shit in that movie.
It is okay, valid, but I remember my brother and I loving it so much. I forgot what song we used to sing
The
from it.
Bare Necessity song.
The simple
Yeah,
bare
that was like
necessities.
the one that everybody knows.
Yeah, the iconic one. What do you have next?
Meet the Robinsons.
Did you ever see this? Oh, well, I guess
Yeah,
you did.
I did not like it.
It's
yeah,
bad.
it's really bad.
It's
I pretend
so
it doesn't
bad.
exist.
I put it in bad.
I pretended it didn't exist until I saw it, and then I was like, oh man, crap, I remember that movie.
The animation was just not it either.
No, It was very weird. That
Oh,
that was a
man.
weird animation style that they used on certain movies, and I just did not like it.
Yeah, that was like a popular thing for a bit, but like wasn't anything anybody actually liked, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you have
Monsters
next?
Inc.
I have Monsters Inc. 2. This is a really, really,
Quality
really good movie. Yes, quality. Everything's going in quality. I'm in trouble.
I'm fairly
trouble.
actually
We'll figure it
even.
out.
I'm a little top heavy on God tier, but I know there's not gonna be a lot that's gonna probably break up there that's left. I think.
Yeah, that's valid. Oh, I have a movie that I haven't seen still. I haven't seen Cinderella
Oh
3.
I
know
didn't
there
even
was a
realize that was Cinderella
3.
3. Never mind, I'm dumping that one too.
Yeah,
Was there even a Cinderella 1 that we got? I don't even think there was a Cinderella 1. No, I see it.
Cinderella's
yeah,
down
Why the
there.
hell is it out of
Yeah,
order?
I don't know. What do you have
Fox and the
next?
Hound.
I don't have that one because I don't think I've ever seen
It was
that.
a cute movie. It's just about like a hunting dog becoming friends with a fox that he was supposed to hunt and stuff.
That's cute.
It has like its
I
dark,
that. That sounds
very
cute.
dramatic tones towards the end, kind of like how Bambi is in the beginning, where like fucking
I feel like
Bambi
a
got
lot of
shot.
movies when we were kids had some like seriously dark themes.
Yeah, because like there was like I think towards the end there's the dog hunt, or like where the dogs go out and start hunting the fox and stuff, and so he's running for his life, and his
Yeah.
own friend is hunting him and stuff. And shit, you know, but then like it gets better, but you know, it's pretty bad. I'll put it in average. I don't know, I'll put it in a bad movie. I didn't really care for it that much. The friendship part was fine, but like I don't know, it wasn't. It's just a weird premise. I feel like they just
It gives me boomer vibes.
kind of, yeah.
Does that make sense?
kinda does, I
Like,
guess.
That sounds very boomer.
Yeah, I can see that.
What do you have?
Little
next?
Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid. It's a fairly decent movie. I feel like that's gonna be controversial. I'm putting it in fairly decent.
I'll put it in average. I don't think it was like anything
Yeah.
too crazy.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are obsessed with
Maybe-
it, which I did.
Actually,
enjoy
I'll
the movie
put
a
it
lot. I actually
in
liked
fairly
it.
decent because the songs are pretty iconic.
Yeah, and I do think I liked it a lot as a kid. As an adult, I'm just kind of indifferent, but as a kid, I really liked this movie.
Yeah, no, I agree. What do you got next?
Wall-E.
Yeah, Wall-E.
This is God tier for me. This is one of my most favorite movies ever. The themes of it are really interesting, but Wall-E steals your fucking heart and doesn't give it back. He's so cute. I love him. I love him. I love him.
I'll put it in quality.
I literally oh my god, I'm tearing up. It's so cute.
He
It
is a
makes me
cutie.
tear up. I love it so much. I love this. Oh, what do you have next?
Atlantis.
Oh god, that's such a good movie. Shit. I don't know where to put Atlantis because I am very top
I'm gonna put it
heavy.
average. I didn't really care for it that much. I would have to watch it
Really?
more as an adult, but I just didn't really care for it.
Wow.
I didn't like a lot of the
okay.
characters either.
That's valid. Also, the girl in it, oh my fucking
pretty sure that was
god.
everybody's.
Well, actually, multiple of the girls in this movie I had massive crushes on. And didn't know. As an adult, I know now. Okay, what do you
Howl's
have
Moving
next?
Castle.
That is God tier for me.
I'm trying to think on this one, honestly.
I love this movie. It's so
See, like, the
good.
problem with Studio Ghibli movies, like, I don't know if it's really a problem, but, like, at least for this type of thing, it's like the art style and the animation kind of puts it way better than
See,
the
it doesn't
average stuff.
fit. I wonder if we should just put a tier for Studio
No, I think we should
Ghibli
try to
movies.
put it to make it work here, and then I think we should do a separate tier list of it because I think like it would be easier
'Cause,
to like compare it against other Studio Ghibli movies. But for this altogether as like movies, I'm gonna put it as quality, which would probably get me in the most trouble. Just because I feel like the animation is god tier, the story is okay, and I think that's what puts it in quality. Like I don't think it's as good of a story as some of the other ones that are above it.
All right, what do you have next?
Monsters University.
Oh, I have Leroy and Stitch, which you said Leron and Stitch earlier.
I didn't see it. That's why. I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw it, but I just remember being super annoying.
I honestly, yeah, I put it in like average or bad, just because, it was they should have just stuck with the first
Yeah.
one. I do have Monsters University next. I actually really liked this movie. I thought it was really good. But I'm top heavy, so I'm gonna put it in fairly
I'm putting
decent.
fairly decent too. That's kind of where I would have put it, not even with space. I definitely think it's good, but it's not as good as the first one.
Yeah, I actually really
No,
liked
I
it
did
though,
like it
and
too. I enjoyed watching it.
I've watched it multiple times now. But yeah, I don't know. I like the two movies. I think they're really good. Next up we have The Secret. I have The Secret Life of
Dumbo.
Ariete. I never got to see that. For some reason, my parents didn't let me watch that.
There's a lot of weirdness in it, to say the least. Overall, the concept is just also ungodly weird. I'm just gonna put it in bad. The story is okay, but like it's a flying elephant with his ears, and there's some racist crows. I don't know. I don't really want to. I don't really. Yeah, I don't want to touch that one too much to ever watch again. I think they got rid of it in the when they re-uploaded it to Disney Plus, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
I think isn't that the movie with? I think that is the movie with the crows.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
that's rough.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it was not a good thing. I mean, but the movie also came in like the 40s, so like,
yeah,
they thought it.
Garbage.
Yeah, they probably thought it was more like, oh, this is edgy humor type thing, but you know. Yeah, now I got The Secret Life of
next? Ariete. Okay, I actually really like this movie. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I loved it, but I'm putting it in quality because I don't think it's as good as some of the
I'm
others.
putting quality also.
That's
I definitely think Howl's Moving Castle is better, but I guess we'll keep that for the Studio Ghibli list.
All right, Return to Neverland for me.
I have Tarzan 2, so you go first.
Oh, okay, you go first.
Tarzan 2 was when he was a kid. Don't know why.
I thought it was when it was his son.
No, that's him. That's just him.
Wait a minute. I did see that movie.
Yeah, they're all kids. Like, all the characters from the first one are kids except for, like, the girl.
Wait, where is this? Wait. I did see this movie. I don't think it was average. I do remember it though, because like they had a hard time fitting in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say pretend doesn't
like,
exist. I don't get, like, if you want to have the movie as a kid, just have the movie as a kid in the beginning. Like, why go back for a prequel about stuff we don't need to know?
I can't believe I remember that now. Yeah, that's valid. What do you have?
I have
next?
Beauty and the Beast.
Do you have Return to Neverland?
No, I do not.
Okay. I've never seen any of the Beauty and the Beast movies.
The first one's fine.
I was allowed to watch it.
You know, like, it's dark in the beginning, because like there's a lot of weird themes in it. You know, what is it? Was it Stockholm Syndrome? That's pretty much that movie, because like she gets abducted, and she definitely gets kidnapped.
Who abducts her?
The Beast like steals her, and like puts her away in his mansion, and like basically makes her live there. And then she like, well, I guess I can. There's a nice library here and a whole bunch of other stuff. And then
how is this movie okay?
And then she's like kind of like forced into liking him. And then she likes him enough that it breaks the curse. And then he becomes a handsome dude. And she's like, well, I guess it couldn't have been that bad. But then like you root for like Gaston at some point because, you know, like he's a douchebag that probably is like a frat boy in real life. And like definitely doesn't know consent, but that motherfucker goes out there to try to save her. So you're like, now I'm conflicted because like he's trying to save what he thinks is a kidnapped girl from a beast. So like, can I really be upset that he shoots them? Like, it's just very confusing because like the whole premise is like he literally abducts her, or like she has to go there because like what is it? Like she goes there because I think her dad owes the Beast money or something like that. She's definitely not there yeah, she's there and then she has to stay there basically. It's just not the greatest. I know I'm butchering it, but it's still not the greatest. It's definitely Stockholm Syndrome.
This sounds problematic at
best. It's supposed to be like, well, you know, it's because she gave him a shot. It's like, not really. She didn't really have many options. Plus, we don't know how much time has passed.
How old is she supposed to be?
I see Disney does that thing where they blur the age, but like she has to be like 18, maybe a little bit older.
How old is the Beast?
He's like a full-grown man. I mean, like, cause he got cursed, so like he's at least probably 27 or
Ew.
above. Like, she could be older, but, like, they don't tell you. Like, she doesn't... I don't think she has a job. And I think she...
It's like the Little Mermaid. I think she's like 16, and like I think the prince is like really old,
Yeah.
or like at least a full-blown adult. Like, definitely shouldn't be with a little girl.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Okay, whatever.
It's definitely bad.
What do you have next?
Zootopia?
Oh, okay. I have Return to Neverland first, and oh wait, I haven't seen Lady and the Tramp 2. I thought that was Lady and the Tramp 1. Sorry. Return to Neverland. I don't think it was as good as the first one. I think there's just... I liked Peter Pan a lot as a kid, and I think, honestly, what drew me so much to the movies were, like, that you get taken away from your life as it is. Like, he takes you away. And, like, to me, that, like, really appealed to me as a kid. Like, the thought of, like, getting to run away from where I was. And, like, I remember they used to be like, oh, if you believe in Peter Pan enough, he'll come to you. And so, like, I used to just open my window, like, every night after I saw this movie, and I would be like, I believe in you, I believe in you. Pan never came.
Rough.
But I think Return to Neverland was average, because it was okay. But, I think the first one was better. But yeah, next I have Zootopia. I think this is a really good movie.
Yeah, I like Zootopia a lot. I'd put it in quality because I'm not sure.
I put it in quality as well. It's
yeah, I'm
so
not sure
good.
exactly where it would go. I definitely think it's not necessarily God tier, but I definitely think it's towards the top.
I thought it was pretty funny. I liked a lot of the humor in it. Also, I'm so sorry. I think I just told a really dark story and I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's okay.
Moving on. Sorry, I don't realize some stuff is dark until I did it. I'm like, oop. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I think it's a quality movie. I think it's pretty funny. What do you have?
A Goofy
next?
movie?
I have a Goofy movie too. I liked this movie, but I'm gonna put it on fairly decent.
I'll put it on average. I thought it was funny. I cannot remember a single thing about the storyline, but I do remember Goofy and his kid.
There's a lot that happens. There's just like a lot that happens in that movie. Like there's just we like plow through a lot of things. So fairly decent in my opinion. What do you have?
The Good
next?
Dinosaur?
Yeah, we saw this
Yeah.
together. I thought it was pretty. It was okay. I'll put it on.
Yeah, I'll
average.
put it on average too. It was okay. I not anything too crazy, but not anything too bad.
Yeah, that's valid. Oh wait, I have another Lilo and Stitch.
I couldn't remember. Is that
saw this,
Stitch in
but
Time?
I don't.
Because that movie's just
because
Stitch. It's not Lilo and Stitch. It's just Stitch. I'm gonna put it in I haven't seen because I'm not sure. I remember seeing Stitch in Time, but I don't think that's that movie.
That's what I was saying. I don't remember if I've seen that. So, okay. Next up, I have Winnie the Pooh. What do you have?
I have Sleeping Beauty because I don't. There's so many Winnie the Pooh movies. I just put them all in I haven't seen because I could not tell you which ones are which.
Oh my god, actually, yeah, I don't know.
Because there's like the old one, like that came out in like the 30s or 40s or something like that.
I haven't seen, not because I haven't seen these, I just don't know what I have and haven't seen, but like, I love Winnie the Pooh, by the way. I fucking love it, but I'm pretty sure I mainly just watched the show.
Yeah, I saw the show the most.
I think that's
and I want to
the
say I saw the
Adventures of Winnie the
Tigger
Pooh,
movie,
but
but I'm not 100% sure.
yeah,
I just dumped all of them in there because I just couldn't tell.
Yeah, I just can't.
Yeah.
Sorry, what do you have? Sleeping Beauty? I've never seen that. I wasn't allowed to watch
It was another weird movie. I don't know, the whole premise of like hey, somebody's just out cold, kiss him. Let's just kiss him on the mouth.
It feels non-consensual.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
like,
pretend it doesn't
weird.
exist.
I don't like
There's
that
also a
vibe.
dragon in it, but you know, it's a weird movie. I just never liked Sleeping Beauty. The whole concept is really weird too.
Not a good vibe.
Not at all.
Yeah. What do you have
Alice
next?
in Wonderland?
Okay, I have next The Great Mouse Detective. I vaguely remember this. It feels like a fever dream. I'm putting it in bad because I don't think it was that good of a movie. But I don't think it's like pretend these don't exist. It was, I don't remember enough about it, and that's the problem. I should have probably put this and never seen. Yeah, I probably will. I have seen this, but I don't remember enough about it, because what if I did like it and I'm just not remembering correct? Okay, Alice in Wonderland. This is actually God tier for me. I loved this movie. I think I've watched this movie probably 100 times as a kid. This movie fuck, I loved this movie so much, and I know you really enjoyed it too.
I do really enjoy Alice in Wonderland, but like in general as a movie, I don't think it's like that great. It's like iconic because like you can think of everything in it is iconic to just culture and pop culture especially, but the movie itself is not that good. And the dude who wrote it's probably the Jack the Ripper, so that might also. I'm gonna put it in fairly decent. It hurts me to say that, but
like, I just loved it so much. The colors, like it just did something for my brain, and I think my favorite scene is like her around the flowers. Like, I don't know, something about this movie was so fucking weird, and it just like made my brain happy. But why do you say the writer of the book or the movie?
The book.
Is Jack the
He was on the short list of suspects. What is it? Lewis Carroll?
Oh.
Yeah. They thought there's a possibility he could have been Jack the Ripper.
I didn't know that.
And he has, I guess, like they have subtle clues that they feel like in his work, because he does. He obviously does Alice in Wonderland, and I think there's another iconic book that he does. I cannot think of it off the top of my head. And like, there's clues that they feel like that he was, you know, admitting to it in the book, I guess. That's at least the conspiracy theory.
Well, goddamn.
But they also really didn't know who the Jack the Ripper was, because they obviously didn't get anybody for it, so.
Well,
goddamn.
Interesting. What do you have
Tarzan
next?
and Jane.
Me too. I know I liked this movie as a kid.
Yeah.
What about
That's about all I don't remember anything about it other than...
I'm gonna put average.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in as average too.
I remember them like going through the trees and stuff, but I don't remember enough about it. Like,
him teaching
I'm
her
just
dad
not sure
about stuff.
how realistic. I'm not sure how realistic I find it that she would ride a fucking crocodile in the jungle, but you know, I just, yeah. What do you have
Cinderella?
next? Yeah, I have that next too. I actually really liked Cinderella as a kid. I related a lot to Cinderella. Oh my god, my life is so dark.
Tragic rogue backstory.
Unfairly decent. Jesus Christ.
I would put it as bad. I've never really liked Cinderella. The premise of like having one person fit one shoe in the entire kingdom was always so stupid to me. Not to mention, like, I don't always fit my shoes perfectly. And yeah,
I've never been able to fit a shoe properly. I have weird fucking feet, and if any foot fetish people are here, fuck you. But my feet are like really like short, and they're kind of wide, but not wide enough for wide people's shoes, but too wide for regular people's shoes.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird. Like, if you just got my shoe, I wouldn't fit perfectly in it. So like that whole premise just kind of, you know, froze over it.
Well, no, but it makes sense though, because they were made for her by her fairy
godmother. But he doesn't know that.
Perfectly.
Like, he doesn't know that they're supposed to fit perfectly.
No,
was he like staring at her feet the whole night? Like, he has a foot fetish. If he was,
maybe he likes feet, which is totally okay if you have a foot fetish. By the way,
but I'm just saying, like that's the only way he would have known for sure that they fit perfectly. Like, I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have.
Well, no, he went and tried them on all the girls in the kingdom.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, if somebody who could have slightly smaller feet and fit in it.
Because I liked it.
It's like literally saying that everybody in that kingdom has giant ass feet that just couldn't fit in it. But if you had shorter feet, you would still fit in the goddamn shoe. What's your next one?
All right, what do you? I have the Rescuers
also. I did not like that movie.
Really? I actually liked it, but I'm gonna put it on average because
I'm gonna pretend it didn't exist. I didn't really like it at all.
Wow.
Those characters were very annoying to me.
I guess I just don't remember enough about it. Certain things I've seen, but I just don't remember enough that, like, you know what I mean? What do you... Okay, you don't have Frozen 2. I do. But what do you have
I have Tarzan next.
Okay. I have Frozen 2 next. Frozen 2 was way better than the first Frozen. I actually really enjoyed this movie. I am, like, tempted to put it on God tier. I genuinely loved this movie. I'm gonna put it on God tier for now. Next up I have Tarzan as well.
I thought it was fairly decent.
I was about to say fairly decent. It's okay, Pepper. Why you do that? It's okay. Sorry about that. My dog's here, growling
up a
whatever
storm.
he's doing. What do you have?
Pinocchio?
Next? I've never seen Pinocchio. I wasn't allowed to watch it. I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I couldn't get
a wooden toy that gets turned into a boy. Maybe it met too much magic.
possibly. Yeah, it was a weird concept. I don't know. I didn't really like it.
It just feels
it's also a very long
like
movie. It felt like.
What I know about the premise, like with how his nose grows and stuff, is just like parents trying to like people who made it were just like, let's just freak kids the hell out of kids, like make them know if you lie or do anything wrong, you'll never be a real good boy or a real boy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting.
No, I mean it makes sense. That makes sense.
But like, what the fuck? Wasn't it because he was like? Why did he get turned into a real boy? Was it because he stopped lying or something?
Sure. I don't really remember. I know he gets swallowed by a whale, and his dad gets swallowed by a whale at some point.
Is this Bible shit?
Yeah, and like, he has a cricket that's his conscience. That's about all I remember from the movie. You can see the whale at the bottom of the picture too. Like, you can just vaguely see it. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I didn't like it.
Yeah, that sounds like some weird shit. Next up I have Aristocats. What do you have? I don't remember enough about this movie.
I thought it was good. I thought it was average.
I'll put it in average because I just don't remember enough about it. I want to rewatch some of these movies. Maybe I'll have to do like a rewatch and then do these
definitely
again and talk about it.
All these are on Disney Plus, pretty much. Wreck-It Ralph.
Same. I thought it was a pretty good movie, actually. I'm going to put on Fairly Decent. Evening out my tears a little bit. Okay. Next up, I have Frozen.
I have A Christmas Carol.
I wasn't on to watch that. We didn't solve it.
It was decent. Like, it was a remake, and they did it that weird animation style that they did, like, Polar Express in. Jim Carrey played Scrooge, which, you know, he always plays a grump. I thought it was okay. I'm gonna put it in bad, though, because I just didn't really like it.
Okay.
The whole story is stupid. Like, rich people are gonna change because you show them that his employee has a crippled kid. Like, he knew he had a crippled kid. That's not gonna change anything. Frozen.
Yeah, that's valid. I actually really enjoyed Frozen. I'm gonna put it on Fairly Decent.
I'm putting quality. I like Frozen a lot.
I did too, but well, now I've got to put it on quality. Everything's so uneven. Like, it was even.
Mine's pretty even. The pretend it doesn't exist is a little bit less, but I'm not too concerned on that.
I only have 2. Pretend it doesn't exist.
I have 6, 7.
But you also have seen a lot more movies than I have, so it makes sense.
A Bug's Life.
What do you have next? God Tier.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no, because this movie was so good. I've watched it so many times as a kid and as an adult, and I love the game on PlayStation,
Same.
and I feel like I gotta figure out how to get this
I had
game.
it on Game Boy.
I gotta figure it out. I didn't know it was on Game Boy, really? We've had this conversation, actually.
You're good.
I remember we both being like... But no, oh my god, the game is so good! And the movie! I gotta figure out how to get a hold of this game, because... Bitch, I love the game and the movie. I'm glad it's got tier for you too.
Oh, definitely. I love the movie. Emperor's New Groove.
Me too. I actually really like this movie. But I'm gonna put it on Fairly Decent only because I'm like out of whack. I'm putting it Fairly Decent because
that's where it belongs. It was okay.
Yeah.
He was a little annoying.
I like it a lot. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. It had the kind of humor I enjoy. What do you have next?
I have Pocahontas.
Okay. I actually just told Japan this the other day. I don't think I've ever told him it before, but as a kid, this was one of my favorite movies. I watched this movie so many times, and my mom told me I wasn't allowed to watch it anymore, but because of like all the like magics. Well, I don't know if it's magic. Like spiritual stuff. And she was like, well, you can't watch this anymore, but I didn't care because I loved it so much. I feel like my feelings might be different as an adult. I don't remember enough about this movie. What do you?
I thought it was average.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I thought it was average. It had some good songs. It had some decent characters. I don't think it would hold up to looking at it probably deeper anymore.
Like, it's one of those movies you'd leave in the past.
I would think so. I don't remember enough of it to know, but I do believe so. I mean, the whole story in itself, like, because being based off of like real people, is a little odd.
didn't they fuck the story though too? Like, didn't
I'm
they make it
pretty...
like romanticized?
Yeah.
Even though it was like really, yeah. I
It felt
don't
more of
know
a
enough
forced
about.
situation in real life, I think.
I actually saw something that's kind of funny. It was like, oh, like it showed like a picture of like this nasty looking werewolf, like creepy, and then a golden retriever beside it. It's like what happened in real life, which is the nasty werewolf, what Disney portrays it as, the golden retriever. Yeah. I feel like this is a similar situation. Like as a kid I didn't know, like, and I would love to learn more about this as an adult because I unfortunately don't know enough about it, and I do need to educate myself more on this. Especially because this was such a movie that I enjoyed. I do want to get myself more educated on this because I'm pretty sure it's not correct. Yeah. So it's definitely worth looking at. Okay, what do you have next?
Princess and the Frog? Or...
This is a good ass movie. I'm gonna put it on quality. I actually really enjoyed this. We watched this last year.
Yeah,
I thought
1 or 2 years ago. I don't think it was that long ago.
Yeah, it was recent years. Yeah, I actually really like this movie. And you said
fairly decent. I think it's probably the best.
That's valid. What do you have next?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
This is gonna be Pretend It Doesn't Exist.
Yeah, it is very
odd. I remember
odd.
this movie, and it was just like, I don't know if this is I think this is another movie that may not stand the test of time too. I remember this movie, and my brother and I watched it, and I don't think it was for children. It shouldn't have been. I don't remember fully though.
Yeah, I don't remember fully either.
I'm putting it Pretend It Doesn't Exist because I'm pretty sure it's not a great movie. What do you have
Oliver
next?
and Company?
Yeah, okay. I remember this movie too. I know I watched it, but I'm trying to remember the premise of it.
I'm pretty sure the cat's abandoned and the dog is like a street dog that takes care of him.
Under his wing, okay.
Yeah. I get this movie and All Dogs Go to Heaven confused.
See, I think that's the thing. I get those two mixed up as well. I'm gonna put it on average.
Yeah, I'll put it on average.
Okay. Next up we have Toy Story 3.
Yep. I don't think I've watched this all the way through, because I don't remember the ending.
I don't think it was good.
Yeah, I don't think it was good either.
I'm gonna put it on bad.
Yeah, I'll put it on bad too, because I don't remember it much at all.
Yeah, that one's a weird one. The next one is The Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah,
I
I again pretend it doesn't exist. I think they made 2 at least. I did not like either one.
Actually, I know I saw this movie, but I don't remember enough to rate it, so I'm putting it in not seen. What do you have next? Okay, I have The Sword and the Stone. I know I saw this movie, but also I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in unranked, not seen. I just don't remember enough.
I know the premise of the story because it's
okay.
just the same as King Arthur and stuff, but I'm not
Okay.
I'm not sure I saw that one
sense.
as animated.
Yeah, I don't remember enough. Okay, Up is a good movie.
Yeah.
But it's a rip your fucking heart out movie. My God, like, especially if you have like a significant other, like that shit hits so much harder because it's just like, okay, I can't talk about this. I'm gonna put it in quality.
Yes, quality is good. Definitely put it up there. I'm also gonna move Wall-E up to God tier at the moment because I think I have space to put it up there. I wanted to put it up there earlier, but
oh my gosh.
I think I have enough space now.
Okay, I can't think about Up anymore. Okay, sorry, God. Next I have Treasure Planet.
I don't remember much about it. I get that and Atlantis, I think, confused. I don't know why.
I don't think I enjoy Treasure Planet as much, but I'm putting it in not seen again. I know this is so annoying.
I'm put it in average.
I know I've seen it, and that's why I didn't move it out, but I just don't remember enough. I think this one was in the sky.
Yes.
If I'm not
Sky
mistaken.
ships.
Yeah, I don't remember enough about it. I have Spirited Away next.
I have Fantasia.
Okay, tell me what.
Fantasia was okay. It was fairly decent. It had a lot of like short, I think it was like short animations mixed in together. I think it was fairly good.
I've never seen it.
It was fairly good. But
I don't know why I've never seen it.
Magic? I don't know.
I
There's
don't
a whole
know.
scene of
Maybe
the
it was just
mops
when-
that are like magical and they're cleaning everything and
There's like magic in so many of the movies I saw. I really don't know.
I don't know.
Why
I'm
I
just
wasn't allowed to watch.
that's what I'm
some of the
saying. Like
shit
I don't
wasn't allowed
know.
to
Like
watch.
for your family,
I don't
so
know.
I would say magic for that one. Maybe music. I don't know.
What's next?
Spirited Away.
God
Yeah, I
tier.
agree.
So I actually remember when I first saw this movie, it was as a kid. There was this period of time where they were airing Studio Ghibli movies on Disney
And now you know
Channel,
why.
and this is the only one I've ever, or this is the one that this was the only one that I saw when they were airing on Disney Channel. I didn't get to watch a lot of TV. Um, I was alone long enough to watch this without my parents knowing, because I don't think they would have let me watch this. But oh my fucking god, this shit changed my world as a kid, and it felt like a fever dream, and no one knew what the hell I was talking about anytime I brought it up. And then when I learned about Studio Ghibli as an adult, I'm like, I know this movie. I know this movie. I know it. And like, it is so fucking good. This is probably, I would say, my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. Um I think because it just has ties to me as a child as well. It is so fucking good.
It is really good.
Just god tier. And I'm glad you have it in god tier too. It's just, now I want to go sit and watch this movie. I might have to watch this tonight. Okay, what do you have
James
next?
and the Giant Peach.
Okay, this is god
we're
tier
currently
for me.
watching
I
it,
don't
too.
even know. Yeah, we started rewatching it. We haven't finished it, but so I had a fixation on this movie as a kid. I would come home every day from school, put it in the VHS player, and watch it. God, that ages me. I watched it every day for like months. And rewatching the movie, it's literally just like, I don't know what it is about the movie, like, which a lot of my childhood is blocked out of my head. So like, but rewatching it, I'm remembering every single moment as if like it's bringing back so many memories, and it's good stuff. So
Yeah.
What about for you?
God
Where
tier
do you
for
put
sure.
it? Good.
Pretty much anything.
It's just such a good movie.
Tim Burton also kind of gets me up there.
Okay, yeah, I forget that's Tim Burton.
Or like that style of
Yeah.
animation too.
It's so good. What do you
Brother
have
Bear?
next? I have Brother Bear too. I'm gonna put pretend doesn't exist.
Why?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Just, I just remember it making me feel weird as a kid.
Interesting.
You know what? Oh my god! Wait, now I know why I don't like the movie. I wasn't allowed to watch it, and I felt guilty about it. Wait a minute.
Oh, you watched it when you weren't supposed to, so you felt guilty?
I think so. Maybe that's why I'm putting in pretend it doesn't exist, because it just feels very negative.
I'll put it as average. It was okay. I thought the premise was decent.
That's why it feels negative for me. Wow. Okay.
You know, it was
Okay.
interesting,
average.
I guess.
Valid.
You know, walk a mile in your shoes type of movie.
Yeah. I'm shook. What do you have
I
next?
have Brave.
Okay, I have Bolt. Did I watch
I
that?
didn't.
I feel
it
like
was
I
Miley
watched
Cyrus
that.
as the dog, I think, right?
I'm gonna put it in not seen. I don't know if I remember.
Yeah,
watching that or
I've been
not.
like
I'm not
going
sure I
through
love
moving
that.
some stuff in the middle of it. I remember that one I hadn't seen, so I threw it up there.
Yeah. What do you have next?
Brave.
Brave. That's a good movie.
Yeah, I think it's a good quality movie. I put it in quality.
I think quality for sure. Oh, I have a movie that I here too that I don't remember seeing, something goofy. Just gonna
Yeah, I
put
put
it
that other goofy
in
movie
not
up there.
seen.
Now, next one is Reese's.
Recess, Schools Out. I loved this. I loved Recess.
I love the
so
show.
much.
I didn't care for the movie.
What was the movie about again? Wasn't it about that like? No, Pepper. Was it their summer break?
I think so, but I honestly can't remember enough that I don't think it needs to exist.
See, I put it here because I loved Recess, but now I'm not sure if I remember the movie enough. I'm gonna put it in not seen. I know I saw this though. I really do know that I saw this. But I don't remember enough now. I don't feel like I can rate it actually. What do you have next?
Tangled?
God tier for me. I love
Quality.
this movie. I would watch this. I've watched it so many times. I love this
I liked it a
movie.
lot. I don't know if it, really. I don't know, maybe quality. I think it's fair for me.
That's valid. That's totally valid. What do you have
Toy
next?
Story?
I have Toy Story as well. I'm probably gonna put it on fairly decent, but I really did love this movie.
Yeah,
as
I'll
a
put it
kid.
in fairly decent also.
What do you have next?
Coco?
Oh, that is such a good movie. I'm gonna put it in quality. I feel like it's a really damn
Yeah,
good
I'll put
movie.
quality also.
All right, what do you have next?
Lion King.
This is controversial. I'm putting it in fairly decent.
I think I'm gonna put it in fairly decent, and then I'm gonna move something else down because I'm running out of space.
Yeah, that's valid. I'm trying to keep mine somewhat even. But
Yeah, it's like a full line
rough.
and one extra is pretty much what mine is. So I'm kind of running out of space.
What do you have next?
Frankenweenie?
I do too. I couldn't get through this movie.
Yeah, I couldn't either for being a movie.
I'm gonna put it in bad.
I just didn't like it.
What do you have next?
Peter Pan.
I actually like. Well, we talked about this. I'm gonna put it in fairly decent. We're not talking about this.
I'll put it as
anymore.
average. I didn't really care for it, but I also didn't have a traumatic backstory to go off of it.
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you have next?
Finding Nemo.
I like Finding Nemo a lot.
Yeah, I'll put it in fairly decent.
I'm gonna move Peter Pan down and put it into fairly decent because I'm just trying to keep these somewhat even. Oh yeah, I'm in trouble. This is getting rough. All right, what do you have
Speaking
next?
of rough, 101 Dalmatians.
I love this movie. I feel like I love all the movies from my childhood. I'm gonna put it in quality. I actually really like it.
I put it as bad. The whole movie is just basically dogs being bored and then some lady trying to make them into a coat.
I liked it a lot.
It's just a weird movie. It's a weird premise for a movie too.
I can't, I'm looking at these through childhood glasses.
Yeah.
That's the thing I'm looking at a lot of these movies through is how I felt about them as a kid. So I really enjoyed that movie as a kid.
That's valid.
What do you have next?
I have Hercules.
Hercules.
That's God tier for me.
My dog just sneezed in my mouth. That was gross. Pepper, honey, what the fuck? That was nasty. I'm gonna put Hercules in quality, and I'm gonna have to move something down.
It's valid.
Actually, I'll do this later because I can't do this. What do you have next?
Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, I watched this movie.
Wow, that was very well put.
I watched it.
I watched it. I thought it was bad. I don't think there was much of it that needed to be said.
I think I'm putting it in bad because I don't think there was anything about it that is worthwhile. Though it does have the iconic spaghetti scene that everybody imitates.
I have a Lion King 1.5. I pretend it doesn't exist.
Wait, I have 3 movies that I haven't seen here. Hang on, I missed. I've never seen that. I've never seen Lion King 1.5. Wait,
Not
have
needed.
I seen Wild? Is that just a Madagascar ripoff? Okay, I feel like I've seen him and I'm putting a not seen. Okay, what do you have next? I have Lilo and Stitch 2, A Stitch in Time.
Oh, so maybe I did see that one because I do remember. Nah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
It's the one with Stitch and a hula skirt. I'm just gonna put it on average. Okay, Inside Out.
That's quality for me.
That is quality for me too. That is a good ass movie. That had everybody fucked up. That was a good movie. Alright, what do you have next?
I have Bambi.
I'm putting it in bad. I don't think it's a good
I don't think it's a good movie either.
Fight me.
Incredibles 2.
I have Kronk's New Groove.
Oh, Kronk's New
I'm gonna
Groove.
put it in average.
I
I'm
haven't
gonna
seen
put it
that
in
one.
average. Incredibles 2. Actually, that was really good. Where are you putting it? I'm thinking God tier or quality.
Incredibles 2? I'm putting it fairly decent. I didn't care for it as much as the first one.
I'm gonna put it in quality. I actually really liked the second one as well. I did find it weird that they didn't age. I just didn't expect
Well,
that.
because it was supposed to be right afterwards. Like, it was just supposed to be literally...
Just why did it take so long for it to come out?
Disney just never greenlit it.
What do you have next?
Finding Dory?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in bad.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
Ratatouille?
What do you... Ratatouille. That's a good movie. I actually really like that.
I'll put it in quality.
I'm gonna put it in quality, but I've got way too many here. Okay. The last one I have is Moana.
Yeah, I'll also put that in quality, and then I'll have to
I'm putting it in quality
move one
as
more
well.
person back up to S tier. That
I
surprisingly
have
did
way
not...
too many in
On
quality.
my top was a little bit... yeah, I'm fine with that. Move somebody up to quality. Put Wreck-It Ralph.
Brave down. Move Zootopia down.
Move that up.
That'll just have to be what it is. Okay, I can move Mulan up to God tier. Oh, this is hard. I could probably get away with moving Lilo. I don't know. I'll just leave one row for God tier. Okay.
Okay.
When you're ready, tell me what your God tier is.
Onward, Mulan, Incredibles, Big Hero 6, Nightmare Before Christmas, A Bug's Life, WALL-E, Spirited Away, James and the Giant Peach, Howl's Moving Castle moved up, Hercules, and Cars.
Okay, my God tier is Spirited Away, The Incredibles, Big Hero 6, WALL-E, Howl's Moving Castle, Alice in Wonderland, Frozen 2, Bug's Life, James and the Giant Peach, Tangled, and Mulan.
Okay, so we ended up kind of similar.
Similar. What do you think is pretend? What is your pretend these don't exist?
Pretends it doesn't exist. Home on the Range, Humpback Notre Dame, Cars 2, Meet the Robinsons, Tarzan 2, Sleeping Beauty, The Rescuers, the Who Framed Roger Rabbit, The Rescuers Down Under, which should be also 2, Lion King 2, Rhesus, and Lion King 1.5.
I have Hunchback of Notre Dame, Meet the Robinsons, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Brother Bear. I still don't know what the fuck I feel about Brother Bear. I'm actually gonna be... I'm gonna put this in not seen. I have seen it. I don't think I have an accurate way of judging that, because the way I'm viewing these is how I felt about them as a kid, and I think that's my problem.
Yeah, that's valid.
So we're gonna put it in not seen. Well, shit, this was a big-ass episode. Good God.
Yeah, he's like that.
Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for hanging out. Give us your estimate.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your favorite movie from your childhood? I definitely do think that Studio Ghibli should not have been contenders in this, but it is what it is. We will have to do yeah, we're gonna have to do one of those. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you check out my description for links to Japan stuff.
Yeah, and all for Scar stuff in mind.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you
Bye,
next
guys.
time. Bye, best.